In this class, let us study about fractions. Fractions is exactly as the literal meaning of the word suggests. It is part of something. It is not the whole. For example, we say the accident happened in a fraction of a second, which means it did not take one complete second for it to happen. Now, mathematically, fractions are written like this. The number on the top is called the numerator and the number below is called the denominator. Now let us see the pictorial depiction of this fraction. What this actually means is that suppose I have a cake. I make 4 equal divisions of it. When you make the division, be careful that it is equal. This would not be right. So please make sure that the divisions are equal. So I make 4 divisions. Look at the denominator. I make 4 divisions and take 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4. Now this is the pictorial depiction of 3 by 4. Then what do I have left with me? Do not say 1 because 1 would mean one whole cake. That is not what I have. What I have is 1 by 4. Again a fraction. Now this is the pictorial depiction of 3 by 4. If 3 by 4 looks like this, how will 4 by 3 look like? Let us see that. Now 4 by 3. This does not make any sense, right? How can I take a cake, make 3 divisions and give it to 4 people? Let us see how that works. Take a cake, make 3 equal divisions, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3. But then we need one more, right? So take again one more cake, make 3 divisions and a 4 by 3. So these two together is how we pictorially depict 4 by 3. Now we have seen 2 examples of fractions. Now we will go on to see 4 kinds of fractions. We will see examples and we will see what their properties are. The first kind is called a proper fraction. The proper fraction, now this is an example of a proper fraction, 3 by 8. In a proper fraction, the denominator will be greater than the numerator. What does that mean? Look at this. This is 3 by 8. So look at the denominator. That is how many divisions we will do. We will take a cake, make 8 equal divisions and take 3 out of it. 1 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8. So since the denominator is greater than the numerator, a proper fraction will always be less than 1. We don't have to take another cake. This one is good enough. So there are 2 properties. In a proper fraction, the denominator will always be greater than the numerator and the proper fraction will always be less than 1. Now the second type of fraction is called the improper fraction. That example is 8 by 3. And what do you see here? Here the numerator is the one which is greater. So how will its pictorial depiction look like? We take one cake, make 3 parts, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, but we need 8, right? So take one more, 4 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3, but then again we need 2 more. Take a third cake, 7 by 3, 8 by 3. Now this is the pictorial depiction of 8 by 3. So just by looking at it, you can see that this is greater than 1. Why is it? We have actually 3 cakes. What we have is 2 and a bit more. Not at 3, it is 2 and a bit more. So clearly this is greater than 1. That is the main difference between proper fraction and improper fraction. Proper fraction will always be less than 1. Why? Because the number of the divisions we make, the denominator will be greater than the numerator. In the improper fraction will always be greater than 1. Why is that? Because this denominator is less than the numerator. Now the third kind is called a mixed fraction. Just like the name suggests, it has two kinds. It has a whole number and it has a fraction. That is why we call it a mixed fraction. How will this look like? This has two whole cakes, right? One whole, two whole, and the third one, we don't leave it as a whole. We are only considering 1/4 out of it. So we have one whole cake, 2 and a 1/4. This is how we draw 2 1/4. This is called a mixed fraction because it has a whole number part and it has a fraction part. And the last one is called the unit fraction. When we hear the word unit fraction, you know they are talking about 1. So any fraction which has 1 as its numerator is called a unit fraction. Sorry. This is a unit fraction. Now, if you see here, you will notice one interesting thing. This unit fraction is also a type of proper fraction, right? Because look at it, its denominator is greater than its numerator. So this is also a kind of proper fraction. And look at these two, improper fraction and mixed fraction. Every improper fraction can be written as a mixed fraction and every mixed fraction can be written as an improper fraction. You can see that from this itself, right? This is one whole, this is another whole, so already we have 2. Then we have 2 and what is this? This is, the division is 3, out of which we have taken 2. So this is 1 plus 1 plus 2/3. So this is 2 2/3. This is an improper fraction, but we have written it as a mixed fraction. So now every time we can't keep on drawing this, right? So there is an easy method to convert the improper fraction into the mixed fraction and the mixed fraction back into the improper fraction. Let us see how it is done. Now 100/98. This is an improper fraction. Why? Because the denominator is less. What this actually means is 100 divided by 98. So that is 100 divided by 98. We have 1. So this will be the whole number part and this is the fraction part. Now we have converted a improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Now how do we come back to this? What we do is, from here we multiply and from here we add 1 into 98 plus 2 and of course the denominator remains the same. So this will be 100/98. So this is how we convert it. Let us see one more example. This is, what is this? This is 7 divided by 2. This is the whole number part and the fraction part will be, right? So how will we go back? Here you multiply and then you add. So this is 3 into 2 plus 1/2. There we have got 7/2. This is how we convert the improper fractions into the mixed fractions. So that's all for today. Inshallah, in the next class we will study about equivalent fractions. Till we meet again, stay safe.